Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we have a new frame from Realacc, and it's called the Real4. Now this is a 220mm wheelbase quadcopter, which means it's a 5-inch quadcopter and can take any propeller size lower you would like. So I don't know if this is a clone of something, and I do apologize if it is, but it looked pretty cool, so I had to pick this up. Now something before we put it all together, let's just take a look at some of the things they give you. Now they do give you these standoffs, which are the anti-vibration standoffs, which is pretty cool from Maytech. So that's very nice to have inside a frame kit. That's pretty damn cheap. And this here is what really caught my eye. Now you might say, okay, what the hell is this? Now it's not a PDB. Well, it is kind of a PDB, but there's no regulators on board. But check this out. These wires are even silicone, and let's get to the good part. Now, if you could see that, let's take a look like this. It has the LiPo, which is raw battery voltage. It routes your ESC's signal, and it also has telemetry. So you can even install your telemetry and all these and keep the overall stack absolutely clean, which is pretty damn insane. I really love this actually. I might get just a couple spares just for other quads, because this is really unique and awesome. Really, I really am liking this. So this is one cool feature that I just fell in love with it, to be honest. And the wires they give you to actually plug into this are silicone as well, so it's very good. I mean, what can I say? So that's pretty good. Then they give us red standoffs, our hardware in a little bag. And let's go ahead and check some of its dimensions before we go ahead and put this together. Now I did notice the bottom or upper plate, one of those was kind of bendy, which is this one. I think this is a bottom plate, or it could be a top plate. We'll check it in a little bit. But yeah, it does have some flex to it, which is not good. And let's see the arms. The arms are pretty solid. They look good. The cuts are very nice actually, except here something happened. You can see that right there. But that's totally fine. Let's just go ahead and get its measurements now. So make sure we're zeroed in. Beautiful. Alright, the arms are 4.14 millimeters, as you can tell right there. And this is one of the plates. I don't know it just yet. We'll figure it out once we put it together. This is 1.5 millimeter. This is the bendable one. And this should be around 2 millimeters. Yeah, 2.13 millimeters. So that's pretty good. And this is a top plate. Yeah, so it was one of those bottom plates that had the flex in it. And the top plate is 2 millimeters, as you can tell right there. And let's just see. It does have some flex to it, and the camera side plates look like 2 millimeters, which I really hate, but yeah, they're 2 millimeters. It's because of the screws for the cameras. Sometimes it's just annoying to get them to fit. They also give you the nylon standoffs if you wanted some normal ones. And enough talking, this should be a pretty straightforward setup. So let me put this together and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so it's finally put together. The cuts are clean, but there's a couple notes that I need to let you know. The camera side plates, I had to fight with them basically to insert them into the top plate. You might see a missing screw here. It's because I dropped it and I couldn't find it. And another thing, what you really have to do if you get this is the hardware. I already stripped one. I'm not going to be able to take one arm off or retighten it. Yeah. So if you get this, use your own hardware. Use different screws. These screws are absolutely terrible. Take that into consideration. The nuts are obviously good. They just sink in. They hold. Everything else aligned perfect except the camera plates. And you need to replace the screws. But overall, it's you know, it's a nice little one. Let's actually see if it does have little. It's pretty rigid actually. It's like I would give it like an 8. That's how rigid it is. That flexible plate that I was talking about earlier, it's this back plate. But now it's really, I don't know, let's see. It still has a little bit of flex. But it's not bad. It's good. It'll take a hit. So this is obviously a top mount battery. It's pretty long actually. It's pretty good. I might build this. It looks very nice. I don't know if it's a clone of anything. I do apologize if it is, but I really don't know. And they have an extra standoff, as you could tell right there. Now, when I put this together, I'm obviously going to be removing that. I don't want that there. So that'll be out. So they probably put it here for extra rigidity or just to hold the camera plate in place, I guess. But overall, it should just hold in place. Overall, it's kind of like a lowrider design. Let's actually see the amount of space we have in here. It seems good, but it's 24 millimeters of space in here. 24 millimeters, but if you remove those little ones, we could say around 22 millimeters. And if we add this guy here, let's see what we get. I really love this board. Like, I am just in love here. Okay, so let's just see here now. So with that added, you have roughly 21.5 millimeters left of space with that special PDB thingy that came with it. So I really like this. It has the telemetry option. Even the wires are silicone. I was expecting, when I was opening it, the wires to be just crappy. This thing right here is just what really made the frame for me. And they even provide you with, you know, the screws here. So let's take a more in-depth look at this frame. So we have, for each arm, there's 2 screws holding it in place with nuts, which are these 2, the ones for the flight controller and the ones that are just for the arms. So those hold them into place. And if you take a look here, we have 2 bottom plates. One bottom plate goes on the bottom, and one bottom plate goes on the top bottom to the back. So it's half. So it's one plate here and one plate on the bottom that goes here, and the arms are sandwiched in the middle. So that's a pretty cool design, I guess. And it does reduce a lot of space in here, but you know, we should be good with some kind of wall. You could fit like a 3 stack possibly in here. I think you could get away with a 3 stack. Excuse me. So yeah, overall, seems like pretty good. I mean, 30 bucks, it's not bad at all. You do have something for your GoPro. That's very important to me always. So you do have some kind of a GoPro mounting solution. I might design maybe something like a GoPro mount that would fit right here for it. Maybe that'd be pretty interesting once I find the best TPU filament, because the 95 I still think is too flexible. I want it a little bit more rigid. And you do have your camera mounting solutions. Now take note, this is a 2mm camera side plate, which I really hate. One thing, it increases weight, and I know it's more durable that way, but the screws that come with most of the cameras cannot make it all the way through, which is very annoying to go find the perfect screw to go through that. And that is one thing that this is just what I hate. It has nothing to do with the frame, but it just really annoys me. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're getting this frame and you have just a generic HS117 type camera, get different screws or you'll ruin your camera stripping it, trying to hold it. It won't hold. Don't even try. Just get yourself a separate just newer screws for the camera, and obviously replace all the hardware, not the standoffs, just the screws, every single one of them. I would not leave a single one on this if I build it. And overall, you should be good to go. I mean, it's a pretty nice one, actually. I really like it for some reason. It looks very nice. Let's check its weight. Almost forgot to check its weight. That would have been funny. So I've done that before. So let's just check its weight here. And 113 grams. That's not bad. That is the average for a freestyle this type of frame. So 113 grams, usually between 103, 113, 15 grams. 113 grams is, I would consider, the limit of maximum for such a frame to get, you know, it's like the good average of 113 grams is a good average weight for it. So that's pretty good in that perspective. And I think that's it, guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider joining my Patreon. Help me support this channel. Enable me to bring more motors, ESCs, and flight controllers into testing. There's newer ones coming out now, so there's going to be a lot of newer stuff tested very soon on the channel. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. See you guys. Take care.